And I was raised in the South, man, and obviously this is a hot topic. Racism it exists, man. Um, it's just like a form of gas. You know, if there's gas, you smell it. You may not see it, but it's there. That's the same with racism. And there are certain people that are out there. They've been so blind and just so conditioned and grew up in a certain way and been so molded to where they're racist and they don't even really know it. And so for him, and so when I heard the comments and then I actually saw the video and I listened to the guy asking the question, everybody would think, based on Drew's character, how he's conducted himself. Hold on. Sorry about that. Everybody has known who he is as a person, how he's conducted himself as a person on and off the field. He's contributed heavily, mightily to the city of New Orleans. But at the end of the day, that's not going to really change who a person is. You can donate money all day to cover up who you really are. And as I was alluding to, growing up in the South, I was raised by my grandmother, and everything that has happened up until this point, even up until the idiotic, the ignorant comments by Drew Brees, it touched me to the core because everything that's happening now, my grandmother taught me what she told me about when I was younger. She told me about what her mom and dad had to do growing up, what they went through, what she had to do, picking cotton, going to this, different water fountains, that's labeled black and white. So everything has really touched me to the core. And for him to make it such an insensitive remark and such a sensitive time, I thought he was just clueless. I think everybody is obviously, like I said, they've gone at his head for those comments. But a lot of people don't really know and realize that they're racist until somebody has to point that out. And I've had a lot of friends, and I've done a few interviews where I've had white people question or ask me, like, well, how can I help? Help me understand. And if you weren't born a black person, I don't think you'll ever understand, because they're going to find a way to justify their actions, their comments by whatever. And that's what Drew Brees did. He tried to base everything on an American flag, in which, if you think about it, the protest and the kneeling by Colin Kaepernick, it had nothing to do with the flag. Even when they thought it was about that, he addressed it. That should have cleared it up. And so for him to now come 4 years later and still make it about the flag, he missed the point.
All right, you guys, that was T.O., Hall of Famer Terrell Owens. He did a spot on the 5150 Repo Show, hosted by Corey Holcomb. He spoke on a lot of different things, and he spoke on the Hall of Fame, and I agreed with him wholeheartedly. And I'm going to do a separate video about what Terrell Owens said about the Hall of Fame and writing his own history. But, nevertheless, Terrell Owens, I agree with him 100%. He said basically Drew Brees showed who he was. And at the end of the day, like he said, he could be an accidental racist, but like Drew Brees did, he thought he can rehash this, and he thought basically he could try to divide, divide. He was trying to play I'm white because I said so. And like I said before, it was already explained that it was never about the military. It was never about the flag. So for his racist spot on his face, white ass, to rehash a situation where everybody was misinformed or basically ignored what Colin Kaepernick said, he clearly said what it was all about. So at the end of the day, Drew Brees, like I said, he provided an opening for the white supremacists. Now, I know he's sitting up there trying to, do damage control and do the I'm sorry. And I know I hurt people. Like I said before, I'm not buying what Drew Brees is selling, because this happens too many times. You have these guys that think, okay, well, I've done this, I've done that, so I got some kind of black pass. And I'm about to talk about that mythical black pass barbecue shit. I'm going to talk about that pretty soon tonight. Because that need to be addressed too, about these so-called black passes. And I'm about to get on you niggas that keep saying that stupid shit about, he's invited to my barbecue. None of you motherfuckers invited to my barbecue now. But I'm going to talk about that in the next video. But go to the 5150, the Repo Show. And it's an excellent interview with Terrell Owens. And he spoke on a lot of different things. And I agree with Terrell Owens 100% about Drew Brees. Basically, in retrospective, he was basically saying he wasn't buying what Drew Brees was selling. And neither am I. Yeah, he got at Donald Trump. It's about saving face. And I'm sorry. Didn't save it. Because like I said before, you brought up something that was addressed 4 years ago and explained. And you basically tried to play the division game. And you provided a safe haven for the white supremacists to, hide behind. To once again bring up a fake narrative. So to Drew Brees, middle finger. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.